Hello everyone, welcome back to Keeping Up with China. Today we're back with another video. If you're new, welcome. My name is Nin China. I go by China, and this channel is just a little bit about my life, everything that I have going on, my locks, nursing, stuttering, a little bit about stuttering, lifestyle, a little bit about everything. So if you're new, welcome, and if you're not, welcome back. So in today's video, I'm going to be talking about the differences between LPN. So it is a nursing video because I haven't made a nursing video in so long. I've been all caught up with the hair, with the locks that, you know, I kind of not really forgot, but I kind of just haven't made any videos about nursing, which I am a nurse. So if you're new, I am a nurse, registered nurse, for over a year now, a little bit over, yeah, about a year and 4 months, I would say. So yeah, I'm kind of brand new, but you know, over those years, a year and 4 months, I've learned a lot, and you know, I can kind of, you know, help a little bit, you feel me, help somebody out there, you know, if they're going through, if they're trying to decide if nursing is for them, or if they need some advice, if some tips, you know, how to get through nursing school, or just how do you maintain your sanity and all that stuff, you know, while being a nurse, working in that field. So I can help a little bit because I know I'm not that experienced, but I am a little bit experienced. So so for today's video, I'm just going to be talking about the differences between LPN, ADN, and a BSN, because a lot of the time, because you know, all three of those falls underneath the same category, which is a nurse. You know, there's just different degrees that you get, you know, depending on, you know, on your route and stuff like that. So what is the best route for nursing? First and foremost, I would say, before you even make any decision on, well, when well, yeah, like, you know, before you actually, you know, start the program or whatever, I would say make sure that you first do your research on which program is the best for you. Also know your like, you know, your situation, because I don't have any kids. I have responsibilities, but I don't have responsibilities that, you know, a working mom of like 5 kids, you know, with bills, a husband, you know, all those responsibilities and stuff like that, a household to take care of. I don't have those responsibilities. So for me, the route that I took was I went straight from high school to college, and I did a four-year program, which at the end I ended up getting my BSN. You know, that was the route that was best for me because of my situation. I don't have any kids. I don't have any really big responsibilities. I do have responsibilities, but I don't have, like, you know, those major responsibilities. So I just went straight for it. And that also leads me, you know, into my next my next advice. You know, I would say, you know, with all 3 of these degrees, I would say if you're able to just go straight to do your BSN, I would strongly advise and recommend you just go straight for it if you can. I know that in a lot of people, you know, our situations are not the same, and we have, like I said, different responsibilities and stuff like that, and sometimes not even the responsibilities, sometimes you just can't really afford school and stuff like that. So, and that is okay. So the first one is an LPN. An LPN is a licensed practical nurse. An LPN is a nurse. Well, I'm not gonna say it's basically a nurse. It is a nurse, you know, that works, you know, depending on the facility and stuff like that. Like, for example, in the hospital, I know in the hospital right now we don't really have that much LPNs, but we used to, like we used to do back then, because back then we used to have a lot of LPN, like they work with the nurses. The only thing is that the LPNs, there are certain things that they're not able to do, but a lot of the things that we nurses do, the LPNs can do, like, you know, PO meds and stuff like that. You know, they can do all that stuff. I would say that the LPN is a quicker way if you're trying, like, for example, if you're not really sure if nursing is for you, if you just want to try it out and see how you like it, you know, if you're trying to feel to see if nursing is really what you want to do, I would say try an LPN, because the route is easier. The schooling is like a quicker way to become a nurse, you know. I would say that's, you know, that's another big thing too. A lot of people cannot afford a four-year college, you know, university, or 2-year university. Like a LPN program is probably like a few months, like probably I would say the most a year, I would say. But I know there are programs out there that's cool, that's like really quick, you know. The only thing is that, you know, with LPNs, because right now we're not really, I feel like LPNs are mostly like home health nurses right now. In the hospital, I haven't seen as much LPN. I actually haven't seen no LPN at all in my hospital, unless you've been working there for like years and years and years. They'll probably, I feel like they'll probably ask you to go back to school and get your, like, your ADN or your BSN, because a lot of the time now hospitals are looking for nurses that has their BSN, you know, accredited BSN. I'm not saying the ADN is not accredited, but they just want nurses that have their BSN. I'm going to talk a little bit more about that, but later on. Now let's talk about the associate nursing degree. So the associate degree in nursing is a 2-year program that you go through, and, you know, you'll get your associate in nursing. Honestly, for me, I don't think there's a difference between the ADN. I think the only difference is that, I mean, of course the BSN is 4 years, so I guess it's more schooling for the BSN, but honestly you learn the same thing that you do. And the associate is just, you have to take more courses for you to get that BSN, bachelor's in nursing, you know. And like I said, the only downfall to, you know, having your associate is that a lot of hospitals, they want nurses that has their BSN, because I know a lot of nurses right now that have their associate, and a lot of the time people kind of put the associate nurses you know, down a little bit, because, you know, they only have their associate degree. But that doesn't mean anything. Honestly, it doesn't mean anything. It's just a degree, because we're all nurses, we work the same job, and honestly the pay, if not the same, like, it varies. I mean, it's about this, I would say the pay is not really that big of a difference if you do have your ADN or versus you having your BSN, because we're both RNs. There's not really much difference, you know. So but I feel like the only thing is, like, if you're trying to, if your end goal is to, like, go to, like, master school, like, I said master school, if you're trying to go, like, further your education, like if you're trying to get your FNP, of course you're gonna have to get your bachelor's, which is depending on what school you go to in the curriculum that they're going by, it's about like 2 years, I believe, to get your, I guess, like a year and a half, I don't know, a year and a half, 2 years, like around that time, where you can go back to school and get your BSN if you have your ADN. And that's what it comes to. It comes to experience. That's honestly, nursing, if it all comes down to experience, because you know, the degree don't really matter, because we all can get a degree, but it all comes down to your experience and what you've done, what you know, and all that stuff. With your BSN, if you do have it, like, you know, it kind of opens more door for you, but like with the ADN, it kind of limits you a little bit, because not every job would, you know, hire you for certain positions. For example, if you're trying to do case management, if you're trying to do like a leadership role, or like a healthcare coordinator, they will, you know, most hospitals that I know, they would require you to have your BSN, you know, than your ADN. Because why? Because they want that qualification. You know, it's not that you don't know anything, or you don't have that experience. It's just that, you know, a lot of the hospitals now, they're trying to be magnet and all that stuff, and more money and all that stuff, so they want nurses that has their BSN, and that's the only thing. And honestly, I think they're all great, and like I said, it all just ties down to your situation, what you got going on, you know, if what's the best fit for you. But if you know for sure that you want to be RN, or if you know for sure you want to go to NP school, which is a nurse practitioner school, I would say go straight for your BSN. Just skip all that, you know, because it's gonna, that's another thing too, you would have to take 2 NCLEX, and honestly, I'm not gonna want to take 2. You guys, I wouldn't take 2, because when NCLEX, it was a nightmare for me, and I would not want to relive that moment. Because if for example, if you're gonna go for your LPN, that's another NCLEX for itself. But if you're trying to be if you're trying to become a BSN or an ADN, that's another NCLEX you got to take again. And honey, I do not want to go through that process 2 times. No. So if you can do it, just go straight for your bachelor's, okay? And then but if you can't, that's also fine. You know, there's other way around it. You can start off with your LPN and eventually move towards that goal. You know, if you have kids, or if you have certain responsibilities that hinders you from actually going straight full force towards your BSN, all power to you. Just do the LPN route, you know, work for a little bit, and you know, see how it goes. And you know, if you want to continue, you know, like, you know, especially when you're in the field, you saved up a little bit more, you can actually afford to go to school for your ADN or your BSN, then go for it, you know. Yeah, you guys, like, that's all I can actually say. There's no route, there's not a best route, but you know, there is a best route for you, like, depending on your situation. And yeah, you guys, let me know down below if you guys would like me to do more videos on nursing, like nursing school videos, how I've studied, or if you guys just want me to talk about, like, you know, how it is in the hospital, different things in the hospital, not even the hospital, but just different things when it comes to being a nurse or whatever. Let me know down below, and I will gladly make those videos for you guys. But that is it, you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure you like, you comment down below, and also make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you're subscribed, and make sure that you click the notification bell so you're notified each time I post a new video. Okay, I try to post at least 2 to 3 times a week, so make sure you guys stay tuned. And we're so close to 3K, you guys. The goal was to reach it before the end of the year. I know for sure, but I'm trying to see if by the end of this month, I think we're gonna reach it by the end of this month by the rate of my subscribers. So thank you guys so much. Continue to support. Make sure you follow my business page, and also if you haven't purchased a notebook, please make sure that you do purchase a notebook, a journal / planner. Yeah, I'll leave all the information down below. Thank you guys so much. I'll see you guys on my next video. Bye guys.